One thing about me, I'm tired. I'm tired. So I'm gonna make pasta in the most simple way that I can. I did cut up this chicken inside the pan. You can tell because it's still pink. You're probably not supposed to do that, but I already told you I'm tired. And then this is my pasta. I did not use the whole box, you know, because I'm one person. Only feeding myself today. I just have this in my fridge, right? So we have some Merlot cheese. If you haven't had this before, I'm so sorry for you. Clean pasta sauce that I'm gonna have to figure out how to use the rest of the week now because it's 32 ounces. Okay, I'm gonna season the chicken. I did salt and pepper already. I have a little garlic powder. Mind you, the sauce is gonna go in here like right on top of this. We're doing kind of like a one pan thing, so anything I add in here, I have to account for the sauce that already has some of its own vibes going on. But yeah, we have that onion powder that I just did, basil, oregano, thyme. It's about time for the thyme, you know? You can't tell me this doesn't look good already. So this pot is great. You know, if you don't touch it with your bare hands anyway, there's this little side. But the thing is, we need a teeny bit of pasta water where the chicken is, so don't forget your duties there. The sauce will be bad. We don't want bad sauce. Back to another bad camera angle. We got the pasta. Ooh. Now she's in our little pan with our chicken. I think I'm gonna turn up the heat just a tiny bit. And I'm gonna put some butter in here. I already have olive oil, but the sauce needs butter. Indeed, it needs some butter. I don't know what accent I'm doing. Y'all, I have Kerrygold's butter from Sam's Club because you can get like 6 of them in a pack. So get on my level. I'm gonna try to break this up a little bit. The thing about butter is like you can never have too much butter. Maybe you can. If so, I'm about to find out this evening. Ah! Dang it! I'm gonna add the It's coming, it's coming! Oh god, that was terrible. I'm gonna add this, and it's gonna be really aesthetically pleasing, so please enjoy. Maybe a little more. Okay. I'm gonna say that's honestly good. Now this is something the average Joe probably wouldn't do, but I try to limit dairy a little, I guess, to a degree. So I'm gonna add some coconut powder in here to make it like a vodka sauce. I know this is gonna look like crazy for a second, but just go with me because I've done this before. Here's the journey of mixing it in. And it's not gonna be like crazy, especially until I can add the cheese in there. But it just kind of makes it more vodka-like, a little creamier. And I'm all about a creamy pasta sauce, you know? Okay, the grand finale is gonna be grating some of my cheese in here. I feel kind of bad for you that I'm so terrible at content because this is a magical process. Okay, there's some of the cheese before I do a good stir around. Okay, I have to taste some noodles to know what I've done. That is so good. That is so good. Okay, here's my unaesthetic but very tasty pasta. I'm gonna eat it now. Have a nice night.